Hi, I'm Herman.
Hi, I'm Linda. We're here to take you through the journey as told by the warriors. Let's go. Some of you may be familiar with the Terracotta Army uncovered in Xi'an, China, created under the orders of Emperor Qin. I won't go into the background here, only to share that the type of warrior that we chose for this series is that of a general. We worked with a sculptor who created the mold from clay and asked the general's arms to be placed down on the sides to create a more workable canvas. The 12 warriors were then created from fiberglass. Shown here are the first 6 of the 12 warriors. Their armors are painted both on the front and back side, which create a set of stories of the same theme. For the interest of this presentation, we're sharing the story of warrior number 2, Blood Vessel of Canada. So what did warrior number 2 have to say about his journey? I came to a steep valley in a place called Canada. It's the year 1881. There were many Chinese workers here, about 17,000 of them, building a long railway spanning 4,667 kilometers. They were given the most dangerous jobs, including digging mountains, digging tunnels, and placing explosives. Some of them lost their lives due to accidents. The scorching sun gave them tanned skin. They dressed simply, without much to eat, slept in simple tents at night, huddled together for warmth, and had only thin blankets to endure the snowy winters. But they made friends and sometimes laughed out loud. They were cheerful and some wrote poems. They sent some of their meager income back home and reserved a portion of it to pay for something called head tax. One of the workers named Zheng returned to China 3 times over a decade, each time having to travel on the sea in a big ship for a month. I saw that Herman's father was one of the grandsons of Zheng. As a descendant of a Chinese railway worker, Herman also moved to Canada with his wife and daughter many years after. On November 7, 1885, the last spike of the Canadian Pacific Railway was laid down in Craigellachie, British Columbia, making Canada the world's second largest country, spanning the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The railway connected the west and east of Canada. It also created an everlasting tie between countless descendants of Chinese workers and this land. We visited the Othello Tunnels and Coquihalla Canyon Provincial Park to find out about some of the history behind the CPR. This section was built by a mix of workers from the US, Europe, and China. It's now turned into a tourist site, but you could see how steep and dangerous the currents and surroundings still are, and imagine how difficult it is to be building a railway under such treacherous conditions. After working on the armor of warrior number 2, we took him to a section of the railway that was no longer in use, right outside of Granville Island. Under the sunshine at 7:30 in the morning, the warrior seemed to be plunging into deep thought in front of the railway tracks. On the back of the armor, a group of Chinese workers are drawn based on historical pictures. A printout of a head tax receipt was attached on the back of the armor as well. Standing with our ancestors in front of this enormous bloodline, there's a feeling of nobility, tenderness, and just being who we are. And took him to see Stanley Park. The railway is everywhere, so are the descendants of those who built it. But it's easy to forget that. We picked up a couple of nails from the side of the railway and placed one by the foot of the warrior. As we finished painting the warriors, we couldn't resist but invite friends over to visit them, even though COVID was raging at the time. After that, it was just a matter of packing them into huge wooden crates and shipping them back to China and installing them for final showcasing. They're now part of a permanent collection at a new shopping center in Xi'an. Herman and Linda explained the idea of each warrior with the staff who worked there. And on the grand opening day, lots of visitors, especially families with children, would stop by, look at the warriors, ask questions, and take pictures. We couldn't have done it without the love and support from all the friends and family. We hope you enjoy the works. You're welcome to connect with us through social media or email.